Most parents think that taking a toddler to Disney World means that you miss out on the big rides, you skip naps, and you have to deal with meltdowns in 90-degree humidity. Well, after 3 kids and dozens of trips, I have some hacks for you that Disney doesn't advertise. Hi friends, I'm Christina and like I said, I'm a mom of 3 and I've been going to Disney parks since my 10-year-old was 11 days old. So I've learned a thing or two. So let's jump into my top 10 hacks that 90% of parents just walk right on by. Starting with the best way to ride Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind while your toddler takes a nap. But before I do, why don't you do me a favor and hit that subscribe button for more family vacation tips. All right, let's get started. Hack number 1 is rider switch or swap the right way. Now, if you've been to a Disney park, you probably already know about this one, but hang in there with me. Essentially, rider switch is a great way for everyone in your group to be able to ride the ride even when you have a toddler with you. Here's the breakdown. Step 1, everyone in your party must approach the cast member near the entrance of the ride, including your toddler, because you have to show proof that, yeah, you need a rider switch. Then the cast member will sign 2 tickets. 1 ticket for the person who is waiting with the toddler, and another ticket for, well, I'll get to in a little bit. Any 2 tickets is fine. So group A, go in the standby queue, unless you purchase Lightning Lane, then that's the line you go into. While group B, wait till everyone else gets off the ride. Then group B, or parent B, will get to go on the ride using the Lightning Lane after group A returns. So you get to skip the line. And the hack is that group B can bring one other person. Like I said, the cast member scan 2 tickets. So usually our 10-year-old gets to ride it twice. And if you have more than one person that wants to do it again, rock, paper, scissors. And rider switch is available for all rides with high requirements plus 2 more, which is something I actually didn't know until I looked it up. Frozen Ever After in EPCOT and Navi River Journey in Animal Kingdom. I'll put the link to Disney's official rider switch page in the description below. And I actually have a free attraction guide that actually lists all the height requirements in each park and a parent-friendly description. So I'll link that in the description. Now, I mentioned toddler napping before, and I will get to that in a second. But first, let's go to hack number 2, baby care centers. Yep, not just for babies. Now, you may have heard of these 2, but these are indoor spaces designed for parents with little ones. They include paper-lined changing tables, nursing rooms, microwaves, feeding areas, potty training friendly toilets, a TV room with Disney cartoons, and diapers, wipes, sunscreen, etc. for sale, and best of all, air conditioning. Every park has one, and they range in both size and layout, and they are not all created equal. And my tips? Honestly, all the baby care centers could use a little updating, make them a little bit more comfortable. But here are some things to keep in mind. The one in Magic Kingdom can get really, really busy, especially around parade and firework time. Hollywood Studios, it's very small and usually not really worth going to unless you really need to use that microwave or nursing areas or the toddler-friendly potty. My favorites are the ones at EPCOT and Animal Kingdom because they're generally larger and they're not usually overly crowded. And the one in Animal Kingdom is right next to Starbucks. Good thinking, Disney. Hack number 3 is don't go back to your hotel room in the middle of your park day. This hack is really for parents who want to spend all day in the parks like I do, where you are there from rope drop to fireworks or park open to park close, and you don't want to waste any of your park time leaving the parks. But to be fair, there may be moments where you just really need to go back to your hotel room. But if you can get past that, past the rainstorm, past the meltdown, whatever you need, then it might be better just to stick it out in the parks. Why don't I recommend you going back to your hotel room? Because it's far. Disney World's huge. It is not an easy commute to go from the parks to your room, most likely, unless you're staying at a very specific hotel that's near that park. It could take up to an hour and a half of commute time because Disney World's big and transportation, it's unpredictable. But there are hotel exceptions that don't take long at all getting to and from the parks. But these times are subject to crowds, weather, and, unexpected stuff. So if you are in the parks all day, what do you do about nap time? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. And before I answer that, I want to invite you to check out my Disney World planning guide for families, which gives you descriptions of all the resorts, best ways to navigate the parks, restaurant guide, and so much more in the description. So check that out. Hack number 4 is getting your toddler to nap. And to be totally honest, nap time, maybe skip the first day, because if your toddler is anything like mine, she gets a bad case of FOMO where she doesn't want to miss anything. So she will stay awake, grumpy, tired, hangry a little bit, and avoid napping and then crash later on. So that could totally happen on your first day. But eventually, hopefully, they'll want to take a nap later on your vacation. So first, don't rent a Disney stroller. Yeah, they're hard, plastic, terrible nap strollers. My advice is to either bring your own or rent one from Kingdom Strollers, which I'll link that in the description too. Second, pay attention to your child's signs of tiredness. Are they yawning? Are they extra fussy? Extra cuddly? You know your kid. Third, when you think they're ready for a nap or during their usual nap time, cover your bases. You know, fed or with a snack in hand, potty situation is done, buckled in the stroller, and reclined back. Then go shopping. Yeah, shopping. The motion of the stroller rolling around the store, you're out of the weather. There's a lot of noise happening in the stores that kind of become white noise. So that might be a good relaxing time to, 1, go souvenir shopping, and 2, give your toddler a chance to nap. Or you can find a shaded spot, maybe while the rest of your family goes on a big ride where it's still warm, but that might actually help your toddler fall asleep faster. As long as they have lots of water, have a stroller fan blowing on them, and maybe even cooling cloth to lay on them to keep them cool. Or go attend a show that's cool and indoors. Hollywood Studios has tons of them. Finally, my pro tip is also to take a portable noisemaker. Your toddler is not too old for this. It helps in the hotel rooms at night and during the park days, kind of block out all the park noise. And if it's cold, yes, that happens even in Florida, then make sure you bring layers and a nice lap blanket to cover up your little toddler to make sure they're nice and cozy. Speaking of strollers, hack number 5, stroller parking. Now, if you come off a ride and your stroller is not where you left it, don't panic. Cast members move strollers around all the time to make room for other strollers. So my best tip is to tie something that you don't mind losing that's bright and colorful and easily recognizable from a distance. For us, what we do is we have these giant carabiners that aren't very bright, so we can't see them far, but they definitely indicate that that's our stroller when we see them. By the way, I'm going to link a lot of the things that we use in the parks every day in the description if you want to check them out on Amazon or something. Now, do strollers get stolen at Disney? Yeah, probably. I've never had to deal with that. I go to the parks every week. And like I said, I've been going to the parks since my 10-year-old was 11 days old. So we've never had an issue at Disneyland or Disney World of a stolen stroller. However, it can happen. So if you're worried about that, put your mind at ease and purchase an AirTag and just lock it onto your stroller. Don't advertise that it's on there, but just put it on there so it gives you peace of mind. And that way also, if the cast members do move your stroller and you can't find it, you'll be able to find it with the AirTag. So no need to stress while you're on vacation. Hey, would it be helpful to do a full stroller guide for every single park kind of video? If that would be helpful to you, please let me know in the comments. Hack number 6 is a parent's best friend. Indoor playgrounds. Yeah, this hack is great for older kids too. One is at Magic Kingdom in the Dumbo queue. So instead of waiting in a long line, you and your little one can go play in the circus. And when you're ready to go on the ride, you just let a cast member know and they'll let you back in the queue and you won't have to wait so long. Or you can just stay in there as long as you want. Last time we were there, we stayed for like 45 minutes. Granted, not everything in the playground was open, which is a bummer. Still, there's lots of things to do, especially the little toddler section with the little slide and the fun little special effects. And then the second indoor playground is at EPCOT. And this one is kind of a secret because not many people know about it because it's at the exit of Mission Space Ride, which is in World Discovery. So when you enter the park, it's going to be on the left in World Discovery, kind of near Guardians of the Galaxy. There you go. Now this is a space-themed playground, and it feels like you're going backstage almost when you get there, because you're going through the exit and then going through the store, and then you're going into a whole other room. And there's tunnels there. There's a whole space game your older kids can play. There's other special features, and there's seating for parents. Gotta love that. Go ahead and take your stroller in there too. It's fine. Not many people know about it, so it's not usually very busy. Then sorry, no playgrounds in Animal Kingdom anymore, and no playgrounds in Hollywood Studios ever. But with new construction coming, I'm hopeful that they will still add playgrounds because they are a big hit for parents. So go ahead and subscribe to this channel for more details on that in the future. Okay, water play. Pure toddler joy. Now, I'm going to be real with you. You're going to want to bring extra clothes, like 2 changes of clothes for your toddler, especially if you go somewhere with a water play area. Now, where are these water play areas? Well, there's 2 that I can think of. One is in Magic Kingdom in the Circus Dumbo section, where Casey Jr. train is there, so animals are kind of shooting water in the middle, and kids will have a blast. And then at EPCOT, there are actually 2 water play areas. There's like a little blue splash pad happening right there in World Discovery, kind of near Mission Space, and close to the bathrooms, which is nice. But it doesn't always work depending on the weather. And there's also Journey of Water, inspired by Moana. And this, not only you get to play with water throughout the experience, but at the end, there's a Kakamora splash pad. And get your cameras ready, because your toddler will either experience pure joy just splashing in the water, never knowing when it's going to come up, or they'll get splashed in the face and you'll have to deal with tears. Either way, it'll be a memory. Hack number 8 is mobile order timing trick. So a lot of the quick service restaurants, you can mobile order from the My Disney Experience app. And when you do that, you can select what time you want to order for. Now, it doesn't have to be right away. It can be hours later if you want. Especially at the popular restaurants like Connections Eatery in EPCOT, Satuli Canteen in Animal Kingdom, and a lot of the Magic Kingdom quick service restaurants. Times fill up quick. So while you're waiting in line in the morning, you can pick your order of when you think you might be hungry. Now, you can always modify it later, but it's great to have that slot in as early as possible. And it gives you a 15-minute window to go pick up your food. And there's like about a 5-minute grace period on before and after. Hack number 9 is to have a little activity bag ready to go for those long lines. Because even the rides that your toddler can go on, they can still get really long lines. So have an activity bag. What should you pack in your activity bag? I'm glad you asked. Snacks and water. Those are a must, especially for toddlers who love to graze. Maybe have like a quart-sized bag with a variety. You can do a doodle board with an attached pen if your toddler likes to color. Mine does. A fidget toy like a Pop-It, and small toys to either hold or play with while you're in line. Not too many though, because you don't want to drop them and have them pick them up a lot. I'll have a link to all those items in the description. And of course, as a last resort, your phone. So I put all of these things in the diaper bag before, and then I take the whole bag onto the ride. Now, what is something that no one tells you to do while you're at Disney, especially on crowded days? That's hack number 10. Leave the park. What? I know. It's contrary to everything I've said up to this point, but hear me out. I don't mean to leave the park and necessarily go back to your hotel room, but just go to a nearby resort, especially in the afternoon when wait times are at their peak and everyone needs a nap or at least to sit down and rest. You can even book a dining reservation at a nearby resort and just go and relax there, or just go hang out in a lobby somewhere. There's lots of comfy seats and a lot less people than in the park and indoors out of the weather. There's even a little TV in the lobby where your little one can sit down and watch Mickey cartoons while you sit in a comfy chair, letting the stress just melt away. It's a good way to regroup and get ready for the rest of the day. Now, which resorts are the best for this? Well, Magic Kingdom has 4 of them. My favorites are the Grand Floridian and Polynesian Village Resort, but note that the resort monorail takes 45 minutes round trip to go through all the hotels, the transportation and ticket center, and make its way back to Magic Kingdom. There's several of them, but just know that it's a 45-minute round trip and there's 4 stops. From Hollywood Studios, you can hop on the Skyliner for a quick ride to Caribbean Beach Resort or the Riviera. And EPCOT, I mean, you're in walking distance to Yacht and Beach Club and Boardwalk, or hop on the Skyliner for Riviera and Caribbean Beach. And note that if you are going to the Caribbean Beach, like you're eating at Sebastian's Bistro, for example, which is the sit-down restaurant there, it does take about 5 to 10 minutes to walk from the Skyliner station to the lobby, which can feel pretty long when you've already been walking all day in the park. And from Animal Kingdom, well, there's not really a resort right next to Animal Kingdom, but you could take a bus and head to Animal Kingdom Lodge, which is the closest one. And it's a beautiful resort, and it has some of the best food there. So the bus ride's about 10 minutes, but you never know when the buses are going to come. So factor that in. And at Animal Kingdom Lodge, they have their own savannas there, so you can watch giraffes, ostriches, zebras, wildebeest, you know, have fun with it. Now, I've got a lot of videos of a lot of these resorts and more on the way. So please hit that subscribe button and hit the like button if you found this video helpful. And let me know which toddler hack you're going to try on your next Disney vacation. And if you have any additional hacks, please let me know in the comments. There are so many tips out there, and I would love to share your wisdom. And hey parents, remember, you're doing great. A tantrum will likely happen. It might ruin the moment, but it's not going to ruin your whole trip. You've got this, and I'm here to help. So check out the next video here for more helpful tips. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a very magical day and a happily ever after. Bye.